Alright, so how's it going, everybody? We're going to be going through another hurricane together. But today is November 8th, and currently right now it's called, I think, Subtropical Storm Nicole. But I think it's supposed to turn into Hurricane Nicole, and it's coming right for it. I've seen a little bit about it, our local weathermen and stuff, and I think it's only supposed to be a Category 1 kind of storm. We haven't had a hurricane in a couple years now, kind of like a direct one. I think we're still going to be fine. I'm not thinking anything too crazy. We might lose power or something just because we haven't had a storm in a while. They have been recently doing the power lines, so maybe that's a good sign, but I don't know. We'll see. It's, like I said, today's Tuesday, the 8th, and I think Wednesday night, Thursday morning is when, I think I saw up by Vero Beach. We're probably going to get whatever the eye, and I think it's supposed to be a very spread out storm regardless of where the eye is going. I think most of Florida is going to be getting something from that, some tropical storm winds or something like that kind of thing, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm not going too crazy on the preparation stuff. Yeah, I hope it's not really anything crazy, because especially I don't think they'd even get that much if it did push all the way through as a Category 1 or whatever. But over on the West Coast, I know they're still recovering from the horrible Hurricane Ian, that they're kind of starting to get stuff together. I think they're getting a lot of power to the places that can get power, and they're rebuilding the power lines and stuff like that. And I don't know, I just hope it's not going to be anything bad over there for them with all the rain and wind, because they're trying to get their lives back together. Yeah, which I didn't upload Hurricane Ian video. There wasn't anything too crazy here, but I like uploading hurricane videos because I like going back and watching them. I always thought about buying one, and I never bought one. And after Hurricane Ian, I was like, I'm gonna buy one, because I always guesstimate the wind speed, so I want to see how right I usually am. But I got an anemometer. It was a cheap $13, $15 one, so I don't know. We'll give it a shot. We'll be able to test it out. So yeah, it's the next day now. It's Wednesday, November 9th, and was it 6:30 in the morning, about that? Saw some of the track updates that happened overnight, and it's either going two places. It's going Vero Beach area or here in Jupiter. I think a lot of the tracks are either going through Jupiter or through up Vero Beach. So probably I bet it'll go into Hope Sound area. That's kind of the middle of the two tracks. But I think I'm seeing more of the main ones going through here in Jupiter. So yeah, I think it's still supposed to be, they're saying, still Category 1, up to 75-mile-an-hour winds, which still shouldn't be anything. Now that it's supposed to be going directly through here, I'm going to assume we're going to lose power. Yeah, I'm going to close some of my shutters here so that they don't rattle. Because I think it's supposed to be, the main stuff is supposed to be midnight to 2 a.m.-ish kind of thing. So, yeah, once it starts getting 20, 30-mile-an-hour wind, closing shutters is not that easy. So, and it's already starting to get into the 10, 15-mile-an-hour range. So it's probably a good time. And luckily we don't have to put up any of the single shutter thing. I don't even know what the metal shutter kind of things, and we have the accordion shutters on a lot of our windows. Oh yeah, a lot of it's showing right here over Jupiter. So that's where I am.
You can see the center pushing over the Jupiter area.
Yep.
The European model also showing a similar path, but a weaker storm. This is 3:30 in the morning.
That's better.
Anywhere from Jupiter, Stewart, down into West Palm Beach. But again, Steve, this is a very large storm, so we're going to be feeling those impacts.
Oh, it's literally a minute or two after I just stopped recording the last, and I think there's a little band kind of thing coming through, but this is why you got to do the shutter stuff before all this starts, the day before. Having to open the window with this rain blowing in to the house, not optimal. I just wish these hurricanes wouldn't happen at nighttime. What happened to all the daytime hurricanes? But yeah, you probably hear the shutters rattling. That's why I'm closing them, because that, for probably a good 24 hours, that noise will drive you crazy. So trust me on that. And that's why you should probably always look up before you try to close the shutters, because that just fell on my arm. Entire wasp nest. Now there's one chilling there. There is one inside. I don't know where he went. Look at the side of that damn thing. That's a big wasp. I don't know. It's like a couple inches. Now I gotta figure out how to get this off the windowsill and not get stung. 'Cause I saw at least like 5 or 6. That's one dead, one there. Oh, I noticed the others. I know the one on the right's a blue herring. I'm not sure. Is the other one like an egret, kind of? I think with that long beak it has. It's flapping his wings. Yo, they're gonna be standoff? You guys shouldn't be fighting. There's a hurricane coming. This might be an interesting one because we're on that full moon, high tide, king tide deal, and hurricanes coming. It's still not even in the Bahamas yet, I don't think. My neighbor's dock is well underwater. You could see there. We still got a little ways to go. Other neighbor's dock is well underwater. Hopefully they get their kayak off. Other neighbor's dock is working on it. Also, I get to try out my new rain jacket finally. I've been looking for a good one. It's Adidas one. It's working. We'll get to try it later. But yeah, not much going on. It's 10 a.m. So I think like midnight to 2 a.m. is supposed to be whenever it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen out here, kind of thing, like Captain Ron always says. It's still showing it's supposed to be a Category 1 kind of storm thing, so I don't really think anything much. I'm just expecting to lose power, kind of thing. Some good wind. Oh yeah, we can test out the wind gauge. Oh, let's see what we got going on right now. And the wind like completely dies down. Should probably, yeah, I didn't realize about the hose. Is that will get stuck in the water side? Should the dock go under? Yeah, that water's kind of close. It's close whenever I can almost dip my foot in off the dock. Here it kind of shows you. Neighbor's dock under. Next neighbor's dock. I think their dock's completely under. They're pretty solid. Yeah, like I was saying before, no boat anymore. Really sucks, it feels really weird, but yeah, no more PJP. But that makes not having to worry about it during a hurricane. I am still going to put a rope around here so that it's not going to be banging into the dock. Honestly, if I leave it low, if it goes underwater, that would keep it from blowing in the wind. I never thought about that before. So it's like raining a lot harder now. What the hell? There's already a bunch of... Oh yeah, see, my neighbor did it perfect. See, he's got the ropes tied to the dock to the lift. That's what you gotta do to keep them. They also did it. See, there's orange ropes. That's protection. Hey. Come here, hurricane dog. We're going through another one. Alright, so hopefully you can even hear me through my phone case. It's starting to pick up now. It was around like 10 p.m. I think around 9 was complete high tide, and I wanted to see not much different earlier. Yeah, it's pretty wet. don't think really too much difference here. Alright, so day after Hurricane Nicole. I guess it did go a lot more north than it did here, but I guess high tide now. It's actually higher than it was yesterday, kind of. Our neighbor's dock's well under. Well underwater there. So is their dock. Don't mind our rusty lift. Leftover wind going on. Ooh, that was sick. I actually slept through a lot of it. I did wake up, well, I did record that video at 10 p.m. yesterday. And I kind of slept through everything. Kind of pretty flooded down here. And that's kind of that. Nothing really happened. I forget what time I went to sleep. I wanted to try and take a nap around like 4 or 5 p.m. and then somehow it turned into me waking up at like 10 p.m. And I went outside, recorded some of that video at nighttime, and then I went back to sleep, and then I forget what time I woke up. So essentially I slept through all of the hurricane, and I guess it did end up going almost all of it towards Vero Beach. Hopefully everyone's safe and okay up there. I've been seeing a lot of, more so Daytona, the houses falling into the ocean and stuff like that. That's not good. And a lot of flooding up there. Also down south, I think I saw a bunch in Delray Beach. I saw some stuff on the news. So yeah, hopefully everybody's okay with that. Pretty terrible, but as long as people are okay, that's the main thing. So hopefully this is probably the last storm of the season. I don't know. It's the hurricane season, I'm pretty sure, ends November 30th. So it's the 10th. 20 days left. Usually around now, things start cooling off temperature-wise. So hopefully the ocean will get cooler from that and no more storms. And hopefully next year it's actually a quiet season. I mean, too sure on how active this season was. I think there was like a bunch of storms, but I think only a couple ever hit land. I think a bunch of them went towards South America and stuff, and I hate that because I know they have mountains and very easily get landslides over there. So hopefully all the people in those countries are alright from that. I know there was one, I think it went into Mexico for like a while. I feel like I kept seeing updates and stuff on that. So yeah, I don't think there was that many storms this year. Just the couple that hit land were kind of bad. So yeah, we were lucky here. We didn't lose power or anything like that. I was actually talking to my neighbor, and she was like, the leftover stuff from Hurricane Ian last month was worse than this. And so yeah, I mean, Hurricane Ian was a pretty strong storm, even though that was on the west coast. It came across and we got the storm spinning off that. I'll upload that one because that one was, I'd say Hurricane Ian was a little bit more eventful for here because there were a lot of tornado alert things. Yeah, I'll put it in that video because I don't even think I recorded much for it because, once again, nothing really happened. I think I recorded a little bit of the wind. And I think we actually got more wind then because I think I remember seeing on the news it was like 40, 50 mile an hour wind. And I think the most I saw on the news here was like 33 miles an hour. I didn't get to test, I don't even know what. I didn't get to try out my the wind gauge thing because I didn't want to take it out in the rain. So yeah, you know, thankful here. I always feel bad saying that. It's like, thankfully it wasn't here, but that means it went somewhere else and some other people had to deal with it, kind of thing. Yeah, if you're watching this and you're in Florida, I think I even saw it's going up into Georgia and I think South Carolina, North Carolina kind of thing for land. So if you're all up there, you're watching that, I hope you stay safe and everything like that. And yeah, until next hurricane.